Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, okay? And this is another edition of a review, okay? Of a whole review. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, JayBird, dun, and all that goodness or whatever. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that stuff. Follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. All of that stuff. Okay? So let's get to the foolishness that we have today. Okay? So first up, we have Mike and Natalie. Now, they both woke up the following morning all happy because they had a whole bunch of sex or whatever, acting like teenagers. I'm like, y'all really was horny, was y'all? Because y'all up here giggling and stuff. I'm like, it's just sex, but I guess when you don't get it, you like when you do got it. Okay, but I get it. Anyway, so, he brings up how they need to just be focusing on getting her visa because that's why he's there. He's there for, a couple days or whatever. So the whole time I'm here, we need to be focused on getting your visa, figuring out why it has not been approved just yet, and then do that stuff or like that, okay? Now, she has a whole different idea. I have to tell you something. I don't know how you're going to take it or whatever. What am I going? How do I say it? I'm like, girl, what's going on? And she told me that she wants to have a baby, but we know she told her mama that too. I think we're ready to have a baby. Now, her thing is she's 35 and she wants children. Okay, I don't want to get no older. I want a baby. I want him to knock me up immediately. Now we know he in debt. Okay, he can't afford no children. I'm wondering if he can afford a wife, but I guess it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He brings up, well, kids is in our future. I do want children. I do want that. However, I don't think today, right now, is the time to do it. I think we should focus on getting you to America, and then once you're there with me in the States, then we can focus on having a family or whatever. She was like, please, Mike. I'm like, what did you begging for penis for? What is wrong with you, girl? And she like, we don't have to wait. Like, why wait? I can argue, like, you can knock me up now, and then if the visa's approved in 6 months, by then I'll already have a belly. I want my belly. I'm like, are you obsessed with a pregnant belly? I'm just, red flags is popping up all over the place, in my opinion, because again, all she wants is for someone to knock her up. And that's really it. And he don't want that. He like, I want you to be, she's like, I'll be fine. Like, no, I don't want you here by yourself and pregnant. I don't want to leave you here with your mama, all knocked up or whatever. I want to experience things too. I want to go to doctor visits. Okay. I want to see the baby move. I want to see all that. I don't want to have to experience all that via Skype. Okay, I want to go through it too. So I don't want that. I don't want that happening here. I want to be a part of the experience. And she's like, wrong answer. I want a baby now. And I'm like, girl, please put your vagina away. Let that man be, okay? He not saying no. He just saying, let's wait for you to come over here with me. Like, who wants to plan to have a kid by themselves just to have a pregnant belly? I say, girl, you sound dumb. So we then see them go out to dinner with her friend, her best friend of 15 years or whatever. And the best friend was like, oh, so her heart has been broken before. Everyone's heart has been broken before. That's not special. It's not, but I digress or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But she said, because her heart has been broken, I worry about her and who she's dating. Well, I'm not going to break her heart. And if I was, I would not tell you, as what any normal human being would do. And as he said, I'm not going to break her heart. I love her. I want to be with her, whatever. When. The friend then brings up kids, okay? She's not getting any younger. I have 2 kids. She wants kids. Are y'all going to have kids? Like we just had that conversation this morning, okay? Kids is in our future, okay? Because we believe the children are our futures, okay? We know that. Whitney Houston told us to let them lead the way. But as he is saying, like, we can't do it right now. Not today. Not tomorrow. Let the visa get approved. Because what if our visa gets denied? And then she knocked up in Russia, and he back in the States and can't see his kid. I mean, let it happen or whatever. So the friend then asked about his religion. What's his religious beliefs? I'm like, ooh, tough room, because he then says, I don't believe in religion or God. Okay, I've never been to church. I say, you did never been to church. He then says, but I support Natalie because I know she's very spiritual, she's very religious or whatever. But I support her because she believes in God. That's fine. I just don't do that or whatever. He says he believes in higher beings. I believe in higher beings or whatever. He said like aliens. He said, so I feel that, God could be this an interpretation of, aliens in the sky. Bless his ignorant heart. Bless the G. I'm like, but how do you believe in aliens who you've never seen, but you don't believe in God because you feel like, I'm like, you ain't seen no aliens. You ain't been to their spaceship. So how can you be like, I don't believe God ain't real, but aliens are? I'm like, what the girl, some people, rednecks. So, we then see that so that happened in the front, like, oh, I can't believe you don't believe in God or whatever. But I feel like Natalie knowing she don't care. So I mean, girl, let it be what it's gonna be. So when she was asking about her friend heart being broken or whatever, it was because of the ex-husband, who, as I think what happened was, she left that man because he didn't want no kids. They dated, they were married for like 8 years or whatever, and they never had children. So that was another reason why she left him, because he kept putting off kids and never gave her any. Okay, and now she's 35, and she said, I have a clock in me that's just ticking. Well, no, she didn't say that. Somebody else did, but it's the same thing. So they then go on like a little running spree, her and him, because she's a runner. She likes to be athletic, and she wants them to kind of do the same things and whatnot. And so she wants to show him how running could be life. And he said, for him being taller and kind of bigger, sometimes it's a lot, but he's willing to do it because he loves her. And they get to running or whatever. And they running and running and running. He keeping up with her. Now they not fast, but they like jogging or whatever. But he's keeping up. And as they talking, and they like stop for a minute and whatnot. She's like, he's like, so did you like run a lot with your ex? Yeah. And she got offended, put her little hood on, put on an angry face or whatever, and just looked like she just got like kind of hard face or whatever. I'm not sure why. She put on others like a crazy face, if you ask me. And so she brings, well, I don't know why he would do that. So he said he brought up her ex because a friend did the night before, and so he felt like maybe it's time to kind of have the conversation about, what happened with her ex. But she didn't like that, okay? She felt like he was asking her things to connect who he is to the ex was and kind of compare them, and I don't want them compared. I said, well, girl, don't compare them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he said, it's fine. He's like, if you don't want to run, you don't have to run. You do. I'm like, okay. And I know I do want to run. I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. Let's go run. Let's go run. And they run off. Look, red flag, red flag, red flag, all on the plate. Okay, now who's next? Anna and Marcel. Anna and Marcel should not get married. Anna and Marcel cannot communicate. Anna and Marcel has a translation app that don't work to help them communicate. It don't translate nothing right. It's just weird, okay? So he's been there for a month, and they're making little wedding stuff, little wedding beekeeping shit, okay? She's in there making like little honey tubes. Well, it's like little glasses of honey. I guess I don't know if they gonna go on the table or go to people. I'm not sure. And then she has Marcel outside making like a honeycomb altar. Y'all taking this B shit too far. I'm just saying, okay? So she go outside because he wanted to show her the honeycomb altar that she asked him to make. And he's kind of rushing her, whatever. She rushed out there. I want some pork rinds. The chips. Anyway, so y'all know thoughts pop in my head. So that y'all can look at it or whatever. So then she says how, she just wonder how he feels about the wedding. So she translates, like, Marcel, how do you feel about the wedding? He says he's nervous, mainly because of her kids. Because he kind of understood and heard one of the sons or two of the sons say how he was stupid. And I mean, I don't think Marcel's stupid. I think he just doesn't speak our language. And I mean, I don't know, because it depends on what context did they use stupid? I just need to find that out or whatever. But he don't want to talk to her kids about him feeling nervous based on what they said, which makes her upset because like I don't want it to be an issue with him not wanting to talk to my sons if he feels some kind of way. And I'm like, girl, you just again, y'all should not get married. I had this lipstick on all day and I feel like it's pulling off finally. Anyway, so, she then says how, we need to have better communication or whatever because the most he says to her is like yes, no, or I don't know. Well, because half the time he don't know. And sometimes his yes is to shut you up. And I think sometimes the no's is to shut you up too. But I digress. So I don't want to discuss this with the kids because that will cause an argument. And I just think it's better if we don't speak the same language because then we can avoid talking. I say, if that ain't the definition of not married, but when he said that, I say they should not get married. He don't want to communicate. He's fine with them not speaking the same language to avoid arguments, but it wouldn't even be really an argument. It'd be just like a let's clear the air. But girl, I say he just kind of crazy. But she's getting frustrated because again, she trying to talk to him. He's giving like yes or no answers or whatever. And then she said how she feel like him and her also have communication issues. We know that. But Marcel keeps talking about him and the boys, and so she's frustrated that he don't get that. Ain't even that's not even what you talk about anymore. And I'm like, because y'all don't speak the same language. I'm like, are y'all even using an updated translation app? What's going on? It's just so stupid. So at this point in time, they both are annoyed kind of with each other because they keep going back and forth on their little phone thing talking, but neither one of them is making any leeway and what they want to do, whatever. So, she brings up she says, I don't know if I want to get married because you don't listen to me. And he laughs and said, yes. I say, see, he ain't listening. He don't care what she said. He just said, girl, or what she said, what it translates to him could mean something different because I don't think they're using the Webster Dictionary. Okay, they may be using some hood stuff. I'm not sure. So because she's so frustrated, she walks away because, again, he don't get it. He not trying to elaborate. He not trying to really communicate with her or the kids. And he give, again, like one or two word answers or whatever. And so she's over it. And I don't know what I want to do. Girl, get you a better translation app or get you an American or at least somebody who speaks English. Just saying. Okay, that's what I would do. But we then see her still going wedding dress shopping for a wedding dress for a wedding she don't even know if she wants to go through with. Okay, and the friend like him, but I just don't want you to do something that you may regret or whatever that you may not want to do. And oh no, I love Marcel. He's the one, and I love this dress. I think I found my dress or whatever. And I was like, no, you didn't, because the whole time she up there in that dress, she cried, and not happy tears. She cried because she know damn well I feel like I can't go back. I don't want to be a failure. So I'm going to marry this man who do not speak my language just to not be a failure. Okay, and I say, girl, Marcel's the one, but nothing's going right now. Then he ain't the one. Everything can't go wrong at the same time. God is trying to tell you something, okay? God is trying to tell you something. Listen, okay? Who's next? The dynamic duo Robert and Annie. Okay, the ones who do not know each other and don't really like each other, if you ask me. So they still beefing because she is upset about him having them old pictures of him and his exes on Facebook, and not currently on Facebook, like not like he posted it recently. Like it's not like he currently was posting like Throwback Thursday pictures or whatever of his exes. No, she went back. She scrolled all the way back to find these old photos. I think you yeah, too much time on your hands, okay? Time on my hands since he been away, boy. And she don't know what to do. She ain't got no plans. No, 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 no. Okay, and the sound of let me stop. Anyway, so he brings up how he don't want to delete the old photos, mainly because they are photos that have to do with his kids. And he like, I don't want them to get older and I've deleted the pictures of me and their mamas or me and them and their mamas because this person who I may not even be with in a year or two, want me to delete them or whatever. So they go to the gym to work out some frustrations. My lip is driving me crazy. So they're going to the gym to work out some frustrations, and because they want to just work it out a little bit, just a little bit. And they have an instructor who was really cute. Okay, really, really cute. So Miguel, okay, hey Miguel, hey Miguel. Miguel is the instructor, whatever. And so they chatting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He like, okay, y'all done it before? And they're like, no, they putting the gloves on and everything. And so they start talking. He found out, of course, the old girl is from doing Instagram. Let me stop. Because I'm trying to talk and wipe my lips at the same time. Um, so, hey y'all, bareface, JayLee. So they talking or whatever, and he found out she's from the Dominican Republic and everything. And so he's like, oh, okay, so how long you been here? Like, whatever. And so, of course, you found out, oh, yeah, she just got here recently. Okay, just got here recently. How they have 90 days to get married, and how, he had only met her for one day. And he was like, oh, well, that's crazy. I don't think it's gonna last, but 2 months or whatever. It's kind of crazy. So, but he was into the camera, not to them. Anyway, he's cute. Okay, these are kind of cute. Anyway, so he teaching them boxing, this and boxing that or whatever, and as they boxing, they talking because he speaks Spanish as well, so he's talking to her in her language and everything, so that's whole thing or whatnot. And so but he's like, okay, she's a lot. She seems like a lot to handle, and he gonna have a whole issue handling her for however long this thing lasts. Okay, and so she brings because he asked her like, are you nervous about anything? And she said, yeah, I'm nervous because you say he be hiding and stuff. And Robert like, I don't be hiding. What I be hiding? Again, they get into the whole photo thing. I had to photo this, and he like, oh Lord. So again, Miguel, the boxing instructor, says, I'm not a marriage counselor, but I just feel like they got issues or whatever. And again, she's a lot to handle, and he gonna have his hands full. And what's crazy is they ain't been there but a couple minutes, maybe 20 minutes or whatever, and he can already see that Annie is a whole bunch to deal with. And I say, probably because of what she's telling him just from meeting him and just being so open or whatever. So, again, he still said, like, they with my kids, I'm not leading the other with my kids, or whatever. But some of them are not with your kids. Some of them are just with the girl you're kissing them. She then say, well, okay, if you won't take your stuff down, if you want to take the pictures down of you and your ex or whatever, I'm going to put up some pictures of me with my exes. He said, okay, go ahead and do that. And also have them come pick your ass up and take you to the airport because deuces. I say he consistently breaks up with her. Every time you can go, you can leave, bye-bye is what he keep doing. He don't want to marry her or whatever. Anyway, so, he brings up how Andy keeps bringing up old shit or whatever and blowing it up and making a big issue, and it should not be, which it's like she do. But again, you lied to this girl as if you had money, as if you had less kids and all this stuff, and now she here and she's her old angry self, or I want all the attention self, and that's what you get, because you should have dated her first. Anyway, he brings up how, okay, I can delete the ones, I can compromise, because the guy said, like, I don't want to get in y'all stuff or whatever, but I get where you coming from or whatever, not wanting to delete pictures of you and the mom and the kids, but y'all should compromise some kind of way. So he says again, I can compromise by, deleting the ones where my kids aren't there, and it's just me and me and their mama. I can do that. But I feel like that's crappy too, because my damn hair on my face. Because some kids want to see pictures of their parents when they was younger. I think I remember like maybe one photo of my mom and my bio dad from a long time ago. I don't care about the picture, but I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? But I have tons of pictures of my mom and my dad, my dad who passed away. And I love those photos, and I love that, my nephew DJ can also see pictures of his grandparents, you know what I'm saying, when they was younger or whatever. You can't be deleting old photos of family. Those is kids, him and them exes is them kids' parents. She need to get that, period. Okay? Period. I'm just saying. Or Robert should print them out and put them in the album for the kids. And say, hey, this is for the kids. It ain't for me. It's for my kids. And I wouldn't mind that because, again, your kids can see that. Girl, she just stupid. So we do see Robert go to see, I can take Cutie off now. taking cutie off now. So Robert then go to see the grandparents because the grandparents, you know what I'm saying, had no issue with her or whatever, and he don't like how the grandparents, or at least Grandma Stephanie, the porn star, was questioning Annie about birth control. But she didn't really question Annie about birth control. She just asked her what she wanted and if they wanted kids. But it's probably because he has five that I don't think he can probably fully support because he can't afford a bed for his son. Okay, I'm just saying. So Robert again said, I don't like how you brought up birth control. I don't like that or whatever. It was a lot. It was a lot, you know what I'm saying? And, why would you do that? And she said, well, I didn't think it was a big issue. I just asked because I feel like y'all are not ready to have another child. But that's what it was or whatever. I don't get why that offended her. Robert, well, because it's her body. And if we want to have kids, if our choice is to have children, you can that's our business. Don't you have not none of the kid until your one son in the house has his own bed. Okay? Period. Just saying. Just saying. So grandma said, I know that you love Bryce and I know that you take care of him or whatever, but I'm just like, she was a whole new stranger in the house. We didn't know about her or whatever. And then granddad says, so like, out the blue, this stranger is in our grandson's life, whatever, and this we didn't know. Well, she ain't popped out of nowhere. I'm saying she been around. No, she haven't. You spent people kill me. You spent one day with that lady. One day with that lady. You have to see people at least 4, 5 times to be like, okay, they're not a total crazy person. Yeah, they're not totally crazy. But you don't know enough about the little girl. Anyway, and they said how they were just shocked to see that he was engaged to some girl who was not living in the house. I get it. Okay, granddad brings up, we scared because we know what was going on. Okay. So Robert said, well, it's not like y'all, are going anywhere. But I'm not gonna let Andy, you know, get y'all out of Bryson's life. Y'all his grandparents. That's going to happen or whatever. But you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. So they kind of just say how, well, my bad for asking her about birth control or whatever. I can do that or whatever. And then, when he was talking about how much he likes her and how she helps him do this and she takes Bryson to school and she does that and that. And they say, well, is she here to be a maid? Is she here to be a babysitter? Like, you talk about her as if, you know what I'm saying, like she's a mail order bride or whatever. She's just here to kind of help you with the kid. He says, no, I love her. You know what I'm saying? She's not the babysitter. I said, well, she kind of is, but it is what it is. So Grandma said, well, when y'all get married, can we come to the wedding? He said, well, how about we all get together, get on better terms, and then, if things are fine and Andy was okay with it, then, y'all can come to the wedding. I don't think it's going to be no wedding. I just don't. I can't even imagine him in anything but that ponytail and a weird jogging suit. I don't know. Anyway, so, Grandma then said, do you think she's using you? Okay, because she's really here to get married in 90 days. Like, she was using you to get a green card. He said no. I said because he's a fool. He don't know that she's using him. Because no one wants to marry somebody they've only seen one time. Unless they want a green card. So Michael and Juliana. Theirs was real easy. Okay, it's moving day. But before moving day, they looking for furniture to move into the new place. So Michael and Juliana leave the kids at home while they go take a little joyride around the city to a furniture store. Okay, and they around there, whatever, furniture shopping, and a couch she likes cost $14,000, and it was ugly. Okay, and she said it reminds me of the Japanese, Chinese, patterns. I say, girl, that couch is ugly. Girl, Busta Rhymes, Busta Rhymes not ugly. Who's ugly? No one's ugly. It was an ugly ass couch. Point to the period, and not for $14,000. And then the the sale lady was like, y'all gonna have to see what y'all taste is like. Y'all have the same taste. They don't. They really, really don't. And she's a kid. She ain't got no damn taste. She brings up how, she didn't think about that because they was poor in her country. And, he brings up how we not getting this couch because it's too much and we can spend $14,000, on something else. Period. So they get into the conversation of, well, have y'all had like the financial stability or the financial situation, like conversation? And he says, not yet. We have not, what I'm saying? But I want her to understand money, and how it works or whatever. Even though she's come from very meager means, it's not like she doesn't have expensive taste. Well, I mean, because she been running around the world dating old rich men, okay, like you. So, but he brings about, I just don't want her just spending money for nothing. Like, I don't want that or whatever. So, because they have not talked about finances, she's like, well, why did you give me the credit card? He said, I thought I could trust you. But I found out that I couldn't. And then she brings up how he was mean to her about the credit card situation. Because you bought a car, he was upset with her and chewed her out because she bought a car. She says because the visa was taking so long, she was afraid it would not go through. So she's like, I just was buying stuff, to have my life there. And so she bought a car with his credit card. And that's what made him upset or whatever. And then he then says, like, where's the car now? It's like, sitting in front of your house in over there. She said, no, my sister uses it to make money as cab driver. Lord, when she said my sister's making money from the car, you girl. So basically, Michael bought her sister a car. That's what happened. Juliana bought a car for her sister to have for when she went to America. Anyway, and you can tell he was aggravated with that count because I don't think he knew that that grounded his gears. Okay, and we then say it is moving day. Okay, it's moving day, so they packing up all that little messy stuff to get wherever else. And I'm like, girl, it's too much. So the kids say it can be stressful with Juliana here because she's only been here for a couple weeks or whatever. And say now she's here, and the son then say yes, and now she sits in the front seat of my dad's car because not me, because someone else is here now. I'm like, oh, he's sad because he can't sit in his damn dad's car. I get it, sometimes you want to ride shotgun. So they get to the house, and the house is huge. It's very, very huge. It's not modern. It's not no new house. Because I'm like, some of the stuff look old, but it was still cute, huge and beautiful. Okay, much more than what I can afford. Period. Point blank. Period. So she brings up how moving is nothing to her because in Brazil they moved all the time, mainly because they could not afford to pay rent, so they always had to move somewhere. I said, oh damn. So as they walk around the house, and she's like, oh my god, it's so big. She's like my house was the size of like the bed of the bathroom, and I'm like, man. So she brings up how I don't even want to post much of what I have here. Like, I wouldn't want to post this house because I don't want people, back home seeing it and thinking I feel like I'm better than them or whatever, I'm better than they are because they still over there, struggling. And I'm not. She's like, so this is like a big, thing for me to be here and be living this huge. Because she's very appreciative. Like, it feel like she's taking everything in. I can say that she doesn't seem money hungry yet. I just think she thinks because he's rich, stuff don't really matter, and because he gave her a credit card to use on her whim or on a whim or whatever, she just doesn't think about it. But she still seems thankful and appreciative to be where she is based on where she came from. I can say that. And I say, girl, y'all gonna have all messed stuff because that ex-wife is gonna be a doozy in this relationship. Okay. Now who's next? Who? Emily and Sasha, the Russians who haven't left Russia, okay? Trying to get over here to these United States. So we know they had the baby. And so they're just waiting for Sasha's visa to be approved so they can move to the States. Okay, so we see the baby getting older and older and older, okay? And then we see the baby's 3 months, and that is when the visa was approved. So it took an additional 3 months from when she had a baby for the daddy's visa to be approved. However, their son's passport is being held up because the daddy did not submit whatever paperwork that Emily told him to when she told him to do it. So again, now they have to wait longer because he has to be approved for a passport. I say, Lord Jesus. So now they have to wait for the baby's passport. I say, I would have been pissed. Pissed. And she was. Because she brings up how they were fussing and fighting. They fought the whole time waiting for the passport to come through because she was pissed and she would not let it go of what he did. Because she's like, I'm ready to go home. Because again, they had to wait 3 months from the time the baby was born for Sasha's visa to be approved. And we then find out that when the baby was 6 months, that's when the baby's passport got approved. So it was an additional 3 months from the time that his visa was. I said, girl, I would have been pissed too. Okay, so now they're leaving and they'll be to the States in 3 days. But they kind of not getting along too well, mainly because she say Sasha always working. They was fighting and fussing before, and because they barely spend time together, he works from 5:30 in the morning to 11 p.m. I said he gone all day, honey, all day. He brings up how she brings up how she feels isolated. She's like, I just feel like it's just me here, and like he's never here, or whatever. And also, he only spends about 5 hours a week with a child. I said only 5 hours a week, but I mean, I guess if I guess he only had time to sleep. Girl, it's just too much if you ask me. So we then see her and like, why you got him in the bouncy thing, whatever? Why you not talking? Like, why you not interacting with the baby? Like, don't just sit there on your iPad and have the baby like to sit there and just not, and not being um poured into. I can't think of the word or whatever. So he like, well, he's fine. He just sitting there. No, that's. Let's go for a walk. So she takes y'all go for a walk, and she feel like I'm saying he just not present in the moment or whatever. Now he says he feel like she's too invested in the baby or whatever. She just, she's just no, not too invested. She's too concerned with the baby. I'm like, it's a baby. It's a baby, Sasha. Okay. He brings up, but when maybe not, but when Emily said, I just can't believe that he's not interacting with the kids. I'm like, we only seen him with one of his kids once. He wasn't interacting with his first two children. Your dumb self allowed him to knock you up to have him not interact with a third kid. But that's on you, okay? You saw how that man was with them first two kids. Okay, he is not an active father. Period. Period. Okay. So Sasha says how Emily again is too concerned with the kids or whatever. He then brings up how his first two wives were the same way. In the beginning, it was great. Even the first year was great, but after that first year, they changed. Okay, they changed. They was finding reasons to argue with him or whatever. They didn't like things, whatever. He then said maybe Emily is the same way. No, fool, is you. You are the common denominator in the destruction of your relationships. It is you. It is wholeheartedly you. Dumb did D. Okay, so now we have to just wait for them to come to the States. Okay, next up. Next up. Bum, 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 bum. Blake and Jasmine. I'm not gonna spend much time with this because I don't really care. I feel like Blake is gay, and I feel like Sasha, not Sasha. What's the girl name? What's the girl name? And I feel like Jasmine is full of shit. I really, really do. So the first night they didn't have sex. She slept the whole time or whatever. And now he said he wants to have her meet his friends. And she said, I don't like meeting people. I'm tired. I'm jet lagged. You slept all night. Came right in and went right to bed. Girl, please. She don't want this man. He is a means to an end. He is a means to get her here. She do not seem interested in that man at all. She always looks like she's in her mind, oh, I gotta just be with him until I can get this green card. I don't want to be with him though. I don't want to be with this man who I don't like. I don't like him. I don't like him. She looks like that's what's going on in her mind every time she's around him. But I'm like, whatever. But he like, I just want to, I invited my closest friend over to kind of meet her. So, she said, I'm not excited to meet everyone. I'm looking like, you are a bitch. A wholehearted bitch. Anyway, so all his friends get there, and it was like maybe 6 people. Not a lot. It was like maybe 6 guys. Like it was like maybe 3 girls and like 3 guys. It wasn't that many people. Okay. And so they said, well, she seems quiet. They said she didn't seem mean, but she seemed quiet. Okay. To me, she looked a little bit drunk. Maybe she is jealous. I'm not sure, but I feel like you should have enough energy to just be nice to your man's friends. Unless you only with that man for a green card, and then at that point you don't really care that much. So we find out that Jasmine does not drink. And so when Blake is ordering drinks, she's like, no, don't drink, no. And he's like, what? I'm gonna have a drink. So I know you don't drink, but I do. And so his friends see him kind of like her begging him to not drink, and him like, well, baby, come on, please, not stop. Like it was a weird dynamic. Like Why are you needing permission from her to drink when you drink? Okay, but I digress. So, she say she don't drink at all because she don't want her body full of poison. I say, but your mouth and your face and your body is full of poisons. Like your mouth has filler in it, so you can't make it seem as if your body just as a temple. You've had work done, okay? Your body is not poison free. You may not have liquor in your system, but girl, you got other things in your system that are man made. Okay. Anyway, so she keeps like, just don't drink. I just don't do. I'm like, girl, just leave it at that. I like what he said. I respect that she does not drink. Okay, I don't have any issue with that. But she need to also respect when I want to have one. And he got like a mojito. It wasn't even a big deal or whatever. So she then says, "I want to go back to the room. I'm just tired. Like I want to go back to the room." And he gave her the key, and she got up, did not say bye to his friends, and just left and went upstairs. Though I said, "You rude bitch." Mm-mm-mm. And Blake says, I understand that she was tired or whatever, but no. She's rude and the friend like, okay, that was, I feel sorry for him. I'm getting anxiety for him having to deal with her. Her face don't even really move that well. What? Because she got poison in her face, Botox, fillers. She's full of shit if you ask me. So when we see him and her going on a little date or whatever later on, she's like, well, I was just tired. I was just tired. I feel like watching them is like watching paint dry. Like watching them is like, oh, two dogs who don't know each other is like walking down the street. And nothing really happens. It's boring. They are boring. Mainly because she don't want that man. Okay, at the table or whatever, um, he like is trying to talk to her as they're eating. She then says, I don't eat when I don't eat what I don't talk when I'm eating. I just eat, I focus on eating and then I talk. So I don't want he can't talk to you now? I don't like her. I don't like her. I feel like we know some bullshit is afoot and we can see it coming a mile away. But I feel like they're not a real couple. I feel like I don't know what's going on here. It's some fugazi shit and I don't want nothing to do with it. And I'm just done. He like, I think it'll be fine. I think she won't be like this in a month. I think because she just got here, whatever, she's a little bit off. No, she seems shitty. Read between the lines, brother. Read between the lines. And that was really it with them two. Girl, and this last people. Oh, Lord Jesus, last people. Tanya and Sinjin. So he has been there. This damn here. He has been here for a week. Only a week, whatever. And she said, it's been good. We've had ups and downs or whatever. And, but it's fine. Now we're going to see. This is this one piece of hair that y'all can't even see that keeps blowing into my mouth. So they're going to see her family. They're going like the sister's house, and the mama, the sister, the grandma, the aunts, the uncles. There's gonna be a few people there for Sinjin to meet. Now Sinjin brings up how he met the mom and the sister when they came up to see him in South Africa. He's like, I know they're kind of like a headstrong, clan of females or whatever. So I just hope I fit in because they are. I think they're like Hispanic or there's something. I can't think of what it was, whatever. But he said, because I'm white, I just hope I, fit in or whatever. I say, Lord Jesus. So they get there and they welcome him with open arms. The grandma hugging him like, hey, baby. Okay, a little hug or whatever. And then she's like, we're going to welcome him like family, like he's family. Unless he crosses the path. Okay, if he crosses us or whatever, I will get up in his face immediately. Grandma, sit down somewhere. Go ahead, Grandma. Go, sit down. Grandma, stop. Sit down somewhere. So they get in the house and he not even in the house 5 minutes. They already has put a baby in his arms. So the sister baby, he's holding. Oh, this is a little look at the little baby. All that stuff or whatever. Oh, you look so good with kids and you're gonna be a great father. All he did was hold the baby. That don't make him a great father at all. Because he held the baby and the baby didn't cry. He'll be girl. How many babies did OJ hold? You good father. Get out my damn face. Anyway, he like, and they're like, oh, are you pregnant yet, Tanya? And he's like, no, you know or not. Again, he like, it's too much pressure too soon. Like, I've been here for a week. Why they pressuring me to get her pregnant already? I'm not going to be rushed to get nobody pregnant. It ain't going to happen that way. Not on my watch, okay? And so sitting there, they find out that Tanya's going to Costa Rica in 3 weeks. Not Tanya and Sinjin, just Tanya. Tanya's going to Costa Rica for 3 weeks to learn herbalism, herbs or whatever. She said she leaves in 3 weeks, and she'll be gone for a month. So he's only there for 90 days. So for 30 of those days, she won't even be here. She brings up how one year she couldn't go for one reason, 1 year she couldn't go because for other reason, and she's like, I didn't want to put up another year. If there's no other reason to put that trip off, it's to get married or to be around this man for 30 days. And Sinjin can't go with her because his visa or his the Cape One visa doesn't allow him to travel to other. He has to be here. I'm like, but if he has to be here, shouldn't his sponsor her have to be here too? I'm the girl, but I guess so. But again, he like it's crazy that she's gonna be gone for 30 days in the middle of our 90 days of being together, or whatever, because that just makes it less time that we have to make sure that we're compatible. Sinjin is being logical when he feels like we need you all our time to be sure this is the right thing. I don't think they're gonna work out because I think like she's just focused on babies because she said, I have a clock inside me that's ticking. He said, did you read it in a book somewhere? No, because she then said, when I hit 30, all my eggs kind of deplete. He said, did you read it in the book? She's like, yeah. He said, okay. Meaning you read something in the book and it may not be true. You just read it somewhere. I said, Lord Jesus, look, girl. And next week, honey, Ashley and Michael Ass comes back. I'm gonna quit this shit at that point in time. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. Hope you enjoyed. Love you all. Peace.